Hello everybody, I am Brittany Ko and I am with Self-Love with Style, the place to create a wardrobe where you love your clothes and your body that's in them. So today we're going to be talking about ways that clothes can sabotage your body image. Now, I think this is really important and something that we don't talk about often enough, and I want to start with my own story. So many years ago, I gained about 75 pounds in 8 months due to a medical condition. And my body went from size 6 to a size 16, which was huge. Big change for me, different body than I knew. And I think society teaches us that we should hate our body when it's bigger, right? We see it as a negative thing. We see it as something to be frowned upon. And I didn't let my body get to me. It was a time where I just couldn't. I was starting a new career. I was starting to date my now husband at the time. And I also was going through a lot of health issues. So I just couldn't put my weight at the forefront. I was in what I call survival mode. So that means that I just had to put my health first. The things that I had to take care of before I could even think about my size, my weight. So I just learned to love my body how it was, even though it was a different body for me. And I probably should have hated it, as society tells us to. But one of the things that I found really helped me was that I am a stylist. I knew how to dress my body. I knew how to hide the things that we would call flaws. And I knew how to look and feel good no matter what size I was. And after this realization, I wanted to create Self-Love with Style because I want to help other women realize that clothes can be used as a tool to love their body, and that you can make fashion accessible, that anybody at any age, size, shape can look good in the skin that they're in. You don't have to change your body to be able to look good. You can look good now, today. So this is important because I don't think people realize just how much clothing affects us and affects how we feel. To many people, it's just something that you just throw on your body every day. We have to get dressed, and so we don't think about it too much. But when you realize how powerful it can be, you'd be surprised how much it can truly affect your whole life. It can affect your confidence. It's going to affect your relationships. It's going to affect your career. You're going to be seen differently. You're going to have the confidence to project different energy. And all of that is going to influence all other aspects of your life. And that's why what you put on yourself can be so important. It seems frivolous, but it's going to affect all those other things that are more important. So how do these clothes hold so much power over us and over our entire lives? How can something that we just throw on our body really be changing and life-changing? Lots of times we think that our body is the problem. And that's because women's clothing is not set up for us to succeed. Women's clothing is set up for it to be a challenge. There's so many different silhouettes and shapes out there that there really is just too much overwhelm. If you don't know what to wear to make it fit your body, flatter your body, hide what you do want to hide, and show what you want to show. And let's talk about vanity sizing. One of my pet peeves. I right now have everything in my closet from a size extra small to an extra large that fit me, which is ridiculous. because there is just such a lack of sizing. You go from one store, you think you know your size, and the next store you can't even pull it on over your thighs. And then you go to the next store and you're swimming in it and you're like, what? I just couldn't get this on at the other store. And so this gets us not knowing what size we are, not knowing how things should fit, and how things fit also is going to change how our body looks and how we see ourselves. Great fit can totally change an outfit. So now we are not only don't know what to look for, we don't know how to make it fit, we don't know what size we are, and that's more than enough to make us quit and give up and reach for yoga pants because they're stretchy. So part of women's fashion is just the insane amount of frustration that comes from it. But the good news is this can all be avoided. We can change all this, but it comes from education and it comes from knowing what you need to wear, how to wear it, and how to make it work for your body. How to make it work so that you love what you look like, you love your shape, and clothes now all of a sudden become a tool to loving our body rather than hating it. I bet you've been in that situation where you go into a fitting room and you've tried on things and nothing works. And all you can think of is, I have to lose weight, I'm not built like a model, I don't have an ideal body, I wish this was bigger, I wish this was longer, I wish I was taller, I wish I was shorter. You think of everything negative and you want to change everything, all these things about yourself simply because clothes don't fit. Simply because some manufacturer decided that it should be this shape and it should be this size, and now all of a sudden we're thinking that our body is the problem. Your body's never the problem. Everybody can dress well and look good. The clothes are the problem. So you need to learn how to get the problem out of the clothes so that our body is the one that looks good. So a lot of this is just navigating and how to turn our body into an asset. Now, one of the things I want to talk about is we get a lot of feelings that are blocking us from even trying. There's a lot of women out there that have given up for a lot of reasons. They think, oh, well, if I dress nicely, I'm going to be seen as vain. I'm one of those girls that tries too hard. I'm going to be judged because I'm going to be overdressed. And we get all these feelings of, well, I'm not that type of person. I can't be beautiful and smart, and I can't look good and be successful, and all these other things that we think society is reflecting on us. But when deep down in our DNA, I think everybody wants to look and feel beautiful. I think it's ingrained in us. I think we get those feelings because we don't feel that way. And so we're using it as an excuse that, oh, because I feel this way, I don't think I should care. I think once we do look and feel beautiful, that mindset changes. And I think that women realize they can be smart and beautiful and put together and not be vain and still be the same person that they are. These are just excuses that we're using because we don't know what to do and we don't know where to turn. So we give up and we think, hey, this is just how it's going to be and this is how I'm going to think about it. I think also a lot of people are just like, well, I don't care about clothes. I don't care what I wear. I'm just going to grab whatever. I think this again is stemming from they don't know what to do and how to wear, but also I think women also are the type that are caregivers. They want to put other people first before themselves. I think they're worried about being selfish. And I think this stems a lot from women having children and putting their families and their kids first. I see that a lot, especially when they have babies and their body changes, and all of a sudden they have something else to look after, not themselves. And so now all of a sudden, not only do you have the excuse of, you don't care, but now you have the excuse, well, my kids come first. Well, my husband comes first. Well, my job comes first. Everything comes first but yourself. You're spending money on everybody else in your life. You're taking time for everybody else in your life, but you're not taking that time and money for yourself to make sure you feel good and that you look good. And I think that's part of just being a woman and wanting to care and please everyone around you. And I think it's just so important to practice self-care. And part of self-care, I think, is looking and feeling good, because like I said, you can think that you don't care, but when you do look and feel good, you care. It's in our DNA. We want to look and feel beautiful. Now, that doesn't mean we all need to look and feel, look a certain way. We're not talking about everybody has to be a model. I mean, just literally loving the skin you're in. Everybody can be beautiful. It's just about feeling like you took the effort and time to put yourself first. And that's, I think, what a good outfit does for you. And that's what makes you feel beautiful, is that you put yourself first for once. And it's interesting to see how much that's going to reflect on your life around you, like I talked about earlier, and why clothes have so much power. All of a sudden, mom's happier. All of a sudden, you're not as frustrated at your husband. All of a sudden, you're more productive at work. All of a sudden, you're getting that promotion. All of a sudden, your boss is taking you more seriously. All these things are being influenced by something so simple, by what you wear. Another thing to think about is when you get dressed in the morning, how much does that set the tone for your rest of your day? If you put on a dirty t-shirt and jeans, how is that going to affect your mood? Right? You start at the beginning of your day. How's it going to feel when you pull that same pair of yoga pants that has cat hair on them and throw them on, and you get started in the day, and all of a sudden you're yelling at your kids because they're running late and they haven't brushed their teeth yet, or all of a sudden your husband does something that you're like, why did you have to do that right now? But when you look and feel good, all of a sudden your mood changes. All of a sudden things just are easier. All of a sudden you're just more confident. All of a sudden your day just switches like that. It's so interesting to see how much something that you can put on yourself changes your mood, and how much your mood and your confidence will affect how your whole day and how your whole life is going forward. I haven't always loved my body. Growing up, I definitely wasn't the body I wanted. Looking back on it, I always thought, I thought I was fat, only because I held a lot of muscle compared to other girls that I was around. So I wasn't as waif-like as them. However, looking back, I was extremely slim. I was just muscular. And so I wasn't always in this place of loving myself and having that confidence. And it's interesting how things that I do in my career now, I know people wouldn't do in a million years because they lack the confidence. For instance, getting on video right now, so many people can't do that. I have to speak in front of crowds. I have to give presentations. I have to meet new clients all the time and just be able to work with people and put myself out there. And there's so many people that wouldn't be in the position I am because their confidence is holding themselves back, because they literally can't put themselves in front of other people because of how they look and feel. And look how much power that can have over your life, over your career, over where you're going to end up, over your relationships. So this looking and feeling great just is so much bigger than putting on a cute outfit. So one thing I've actually created is a free guide that's the 7 style mistakes that keep us from loving your body. And I thought this was very important to create because it's got some of the most common things that I've seen as a stylist that women do that will keep themselves from loving themselves. So all those ways that we talked about, you know, that are self-sabotage, but through your clothing. So whether it is wearing the wrong thing, wearing the wrong size, shopping in the wrong places, comparing yourself to others, all those things are going to be in this free guide, and it's going to talk a lot about some of these things that you might not realize that you're doing, and then how we can fix them and get you on the right track to loving your body just how it is, and putting that confidence back in you, because it's so important. Luckily, we live in this age, you know, where body shaming is now not a thing. Well, hopefully. It's still a thing, but it's not supposed to be a thing. And I think that's a wonderful time to be in, because we really need to embrace the beauty in everyone, and you need to embrace the beauty in yourself. And this is a way to do it. Self-love is not just going to come from your clothes. It's not. It's way deeper than that, but it's interesting how much of a tool that can be to create that self-love, and how much it can make you or break you. If you're doing it wrong, it can hurt you. But if you're doing it right, it can lift you up. So if you want to get that free guide, the 7 style mistakes that keep you from loving your body, you can send me a DM. I'm also going to post a link below where you can get it. And I hope that this video just made you think. I hope this video made you think about your own life, think about yourself, think about what's holding you back, think about all the things that you put first before yourself, and hopefully you take more time to love yourself, to make yourself feel beautiful, and to take the steps to get there. And make sure you get the free guide to help you to get there. Start today. Don't wait. This is something that we put off, but this is going to affect you so much, and it's time to realize that, and it's time to take control, and it's time to love yourself. So thank you everybody for watching, and I'm going to see you next time. Bye.